figured it out. Woo! Yes. All right. I freaking figured it out. Woo! Yes. xTool just came out with a brand new heat press called the Wonderpress. And apparently this heat press is going to replace all of the random heat presses that we as crafters have in our craft room. Not only is this a standard heat press, but it also is going to be an oven and a mold maker, or a vacuum sealer or something of that nature. I'm actually kind of more interested about this vacuum sealer situation than anything else. Now, the first projects that we are gonna work on is just going to be a standard white toner transfer print, which is technically like a DTF transfer. Generally with DTF and white toner transfers, you have to have a high quality heat press in order to make sure that your garments and transfers transfer over well. So I have already printed out my white toner transfer. I do not have my sheets on my prints yet because we have to make sure that it's a good quality heat press. So we are going to create the white toner transfers and also put it on a t-shirt. Hopefully it works. Then what we're gonna do is we are gonna move over into a sublimation print using still just the heat press platen itself. The things that we are gonna do is going to be a garden flag and also a metal wind spinner that is double-sided. After that, we are gonna move into the crafting oven. And today, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna do a sublimation tumbler. Apparently with the crafting oven as well, you should be able to do shrinky dinks and other things like that that you would generally need one of those sublimation ovens for. This would replace that. Now I do have a larger tumbler just to see if it will fit inside this thing, but I am not going to do a print on here. Last but not least, we are going to finish off today's video with the mold thing that's on top. Now, xTool did send a few different things of molds that we can create. So I'm gonna attempt to create one of those. And if I get everything squared away, I actually have one of these magnets right here that I wanna create a mold for. And the reason for that is I have the UV UV printer. And in the UV you can print on these ceramic type coasters. The problem here is that I can't ever find more to buy. So if I create a mold, can I just create my own cement coasters myself and just slap on a little bit of magnet on the back? That's my thought, just because I would love to be able to be continuing to make these magnets printed with the UV printer, but we shall see if I can figure out this. I have seen other creators' videos and they have all been saying that the mold thing is going to be the most challenging. So let's start with the easiest and work our way to the hardest. Now, clearly I have already unboxed everything because there really wasn't that much to unbox or to see. You just simply take it out of the machine, take it out of the box, put it on your desk, and you're ready to go. However, there is going to be a firmware update that we have to do before we get to crafting. So let's plug in the new heat press, and then I will show you the software that you're gonna need to do in order to update the firmware on your heat press. So I've plugged in the heat press, so now let's set it up. I just had to press English. My unit of temperature is going to be Fahrenheit. Then what we're going to do is we are going to head over into the xTool software that you have on your phone. We are going to press devices and we are going to add a new device. And now we are going to connect to the Wonderpress. All right, we need to set up the Wi-Fi. Okay, then it is going to connect to the heat press is going to connect to the Wi-Fi. Awesome. We are just going to press finish. Then what we are going to do is we are going to click on our machine. We are going to come over here to firmware update and we are going to update its firmware. I'm not entirely sure what temperature it's at right now, but it's definitely getting pretty warm down there. All right, now that it's done, I'm just going to press finish. I think that this is going to, there we go. Turned off, I'm going to turn it back on. Okay, so the one thing that I do like is that we do have an app, so you don't necessarily have to use any of the controls here if you didn't want to. So for this, we are going to use the heat press. You can select the different materials that there is, and it will automatically give you different pressure settings. Once you've selected DTF, you can then set your cotton or polyester because every single material will have a different setting. The other things that you can do is come over here and you can select your temperature and then also your seconds, and you can customize your pressure settings. If you have custom pressure settings, what you then can do is just press favorite and it will add it to your favorites. Now the cool thing about this heat press, unlike the heat press that I have already, is that there is this auto feature. So it will automatically go up when the time is done. So to do my white toner transfers, I actually have to set my current temp to 210 degrees, and this has to be 120 seconds. This has to be on medium to high pressure, so I'm just gonna do the highest pressure possible. And right now, the current temp of my heat press is 201 degrees Fahrenheit. So we actually are almost to temperature. That was really fast, a lot faster than my other heat press for sure. All right, so I am going to slide out the tray. Oh, it's automatically going, oh, it automatically goes up and down. Okay, to stop it if you want it to come up, just press that play button. All right, with my white toner transfer, I have to put this page just like this, where you have the yellow lines on the back, so it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna pull out the tray, add in my transfer, and then I'm gonna put this black rag over the top of it, because that's what I'm supposed to do over at my other heat press. Then I'm gonna slide this in, and the machine is automatically going to shut. That's actually really cool. I thought it was only going to open automatically, but it's gonna shut automatically too. One thing that I have noticed with this heat press is that there is this like blowing noise. I think it's coming out of the back of the machine. You can feel a little bit of wind on the back of that. What I have read is that there is a filter in the back of this machine that's going to filter out all of the toxins that you would generally have with like DTF printing. And so I think that that is just something that comes standard with this machine, is that it's always going to have that blowing noise. Maybe I can turn the settings off in the Maybe I can turn the fan off in the settings, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is because I don't wanna touch any of the settings. But there is this blowing noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you're someone that's like having issues with noises, just know that this does have there is some wind that comes out of the back of this machine creating like a fan noise. Now that it's done, it's going to automatically come up. Definitely a lot nicer than my manual heat press. Now this does not swing away. There's only one tray and it comes back like this. Now with this type of white toner print, what you have to do is you have to take this paper and peel it away from your print. Now I have to say that this is supposed to be a warm peel and it's supposed to be stuck, and it is not stuck at all. Okay, so I am going to repress this because this is actually kind of interesting. So let me repress, and I can't up the pressure any for this because I'm already at the highest pressure. So maybe I'll increase the time here. Let me do 310 degrees. So I'm gonna jump it up to 310. All right, because this is not at temperature, I am gonna wait until it gets to temperature. All right, and just to be fully transparent, I think I misread this. I don't know why I said 210 degrees because it says 310 degrees. So this first print obviously was not a good transfer, and that was due to user error, not this heat press. So now that we have that squared away, we're gonna do 310 degrees for 120 seconds. I am gonna use the max pressure, and we are just going to insert this into the machine, and the machine's automatically going to close and then automatically come up. Hopefully after this next 120 seconds, we do have a really good transfer. All right, let's try this again. We'll pull this off and take that. Okay. Whew. It is definitely a lot hotter this time than it was before. All right, definitely user error, because look, now we are getting a clean peel, and all of that white adhesive that we are gonna press onto our t-shirt is now stuck onto the print. This is, if you've never heard of a white toner printer, this is pretty much like a DTF printer. Only the difference here is going to be the application of how you put on the adhesive. Now a DTF printer, you're going to have some like a powdery substance that you're gonna need to put onto your print in order for it to have adhesive. With a white toner printer, the adhesive that you put on is on this sheet. So technically we just baked, if you were using a DTF, you just baked on the print, or you just baked on the powder to the print. Now, unfortunately, I did not get a good peel here or here, and that's because of the original press. So let's try it again with this one and see how it looks having a good press all the way through the very first time. So not knowing what the second true print is going to end up looking like, the unfortunate part is when I messed up and started peeling this, noticed it wasn't working, that we do have a messed up print. If I were to press this, this is how my finished project would look. It's going to have this cut off and then even this. That would make for not a very cute project. So I am gonna pivot. I'm not gonna press this on a t-shirt because I don't wanna waste my t-shirt blanks. However, I will put it on a spare garment that I have here, just so you can see how it ends up looking at the end. But just know that when we press it on that garment, it's already not going to be amazing because I messed up here. Definitely user error. But we'll see how the next one pans out. I'm certain that it's actually going to look good, just because everything else looked good besides this little area that was messed up from my initial user error press. Now, in an effort to save some time when it comes to our sublimation print, what I have done is already taken out some of my Subli Clean. Because I'm using a toner-based sublimation ink, you do need this Subli Clean to sandwich in between your print and here, just so it presses really well. Now, I have to say that unfortunately, this one, the print itself is a little bit smaller than the actual wind chime. So what will happen is we are gonna have a little bit of like missing areas because my print isn't as big as my wind chime. Okay, so we are done with this second sheet. Let's bring this up. Oh yeah. Definitely user error the first time around, because now it is peeling up just fine without any issues. So having that messed up print the first time was definitely my issue and not the Wonderpress issue. Because look at that, a perfect peel. Don't have anything left over here. Look at that. Everything came out. Great. Okay, I went into my closet and found a random t-shirt that I made with my white toner printer that I'm no longer wearing. So I am going to press the two prints that we just pressed together on the back of this, just to show you what it'll look like on a finished garment. I unfortunately won't be able to wear it because it'll be messed up, but that's fine. So I am going to set in my t-shirt. let's pay attention to what we should be doing. Here, it is going to be 310 degrees for 30 seconds. So going back to my phone, I am going to do the same temp, but this time I'm going to do a lower time. All right, keeping it the same at the higher pressure because this stuff does need high pressure. Okay, I am going to add in a bit of heat resistant tape just to make sure that this print stays in the place that I've put it. All right, then I'm gonna add in some craft paper and we are gonna shut this and let the machine automatically close. Now the white toner transfers are a cool peel, so I went and got a little ice pack so I can peel it, I can cool it and peel it. It just helps with the cooling process so you don't have to wait so long for that. I'm gonna open my drawer and I'm going to put on my cooling pad. Once it's cool, then we can peel it up. You just want to make sure it is fully cooled before you peel. Otherwise that it won't stay to the shirt no matter what you do. All right, so technically you're supposed to do another press just to make sure that it's nice and sealed so it doesn't fall off in the wash. However, I am gonna skip that step because I'm not even gonna wear this shirt anymore anyways, but you can see that it looks really good. Outside of the user error that was right here from the very first time I attempted to use this heat press, everything else turned out amazing. And I have to say that I am very satisfied with the way that it pressed these decals because traditionally white toner transfers are a little bit harder to work with than a traditional HTV decal. All right, now what we're gonna do is we are gonna move on into a sublimation print press, okay? So I have my thing right here. This is going to be my print. And then also I have my metal blank, which is going to be a wind chime, and then my Subli Clean. Now I don't want to mess up my platen, so I'm going to put down this craft tape just down here. I'm gonna put this right here. I did tell you that this right here is a little bit larger than my actual print. So we will have leftover white, unfortunately, but we're gonna see how well the print does on this metal. I do have to put down the Subli Clean first. So we're gonna put that down. Then we're gonna add in this. Okay, I'm gonna get some heat resistant tape. I'm gonna tape it all together so it doesn't move around on me. Awesome. I'm gonna flip this over. And for this one, it's gonna be 380 degrees. Let's do 120 seconds. And for mine, it says low pressure. So I'm gonna take this down to 50 kilograms. I don't know if that is low or not, but this is what my settings are gonna be. So we have 380 degrees, 120 seconds, 50 kilograms. We're gonna wait for this to fully heat up before we press this. Okay, I am going to cover with this Teflon sheet just to protect everything that I have. It's almost to temperature. All right, then we are going to close this. It's going to automatically do its press. Okay, this is hot, so I do have a glove for this one. And let's see what this looks like. Ooh, this looks so good. So, now preface this with, the print is too small for the actual wind chime itself. So we're really only looking at how well this got printed and or how well this got pressed. And I have to say, look at that. That is a very beautiful press right there. Outside of the print is too small situation right here, but everything else looks so good. Oh my gosh, I love this. This makes me want to do more sublimation crafts, and I'm not somebody who loves doing sublimation crafts, but I definitely want to do more with a print like this. That looks good. All right, well, now that we have this taken care of, let's shut this machine off. Oh, no, wait, I had one more thing. We're gonna turn this back on because now I want to do my sublimation garden flag. So, got this one, it looks really good. All right, already have prepped my sublimation garden flag with my print, just taped it onto the thing because you definitely want it taped on there. I am gonna add in this silicone mat. Okay, and then this sublimation garden flag is going to be the same. Low pressure, 380 degrees for 120 seconds. So I'm gonna stuff that in there. And we're gonna let the machine do its press. While I wait for that to press, I am gonna go ahead and get this one started. I have trimmed up my print. I also have a Subli Clean. I am going to wrap it around this tumbler and also use this shrink wrap film to like suck it all together, okay? So I'm gonna prep this while this is getting its press done. Just to show you, the print is now wrapped around this tumbler. Hopefully I don't have a gap. I may, but I'm gonna try and hope, and fingers crossed I don't have that. Okay, I do have to hit this with a heat gun, but this one's done, so let's pull this out. Awesome, and let's just take a peek at what this looks like. Wow. Look at that. Another sublimation print done well. I have to say that I am a crafter that doesn't generally get good results with sublimation crafts, which is why I don't like doing sublimation crafts traditionally, is because I generally don't get good prints. I don't get good crafts, but here I am with a good press here and a great press here. I am rocking and rolling, my friends. Now we're gonna put the craft oven to the test, and we are going to use the craft oven to press this sublimation tumbler. I'm most excited about this because, I mean, we've discovered the heat press works, right? A heat press is a heat press is a heat press, but like the oven portion of it, does that work? Because I've never had great success with any other oven and sublimation crafting. So let's discover that. All right, to remove the heat press platen, you just lift it up, okay? This is hot, so what I'm gonna do is I already have, you can kind of see it back there, I have a silicone mat. I am just going to set this on my silicone mat just so it protects my surface. I don't know if you actually have to do that, but I'm doing it. Okay, I'm gonna move the 3D form out of the way because we need now is going to be the oven. Okay, same as before, you just slide this in just like that, and it just clicks right in. Okay, open this and this. All right, so this right here is where your cup and tumbler are going to go. Okay, so if it fits in here, it shall work. See how it fits in there and it doesn't have any issues? So it should be fine, okay? It will work. Now, cups that have handles like this, as long as it fits in here and also is able to go under here, then you should be fine. Larger cups, like huge cups, if they don't fit in here and underneath here, it will not work, okay? So just keep that in mind when when you're thinking about getting the oven, all right? Now this right here is going to be for like the smaller, for like your shrinky dinks and things like that. You can put that on here. Let me just repeat that just to make sure everyone understands. This right here is for like your shrinky dink paper or things that need to lay flat and get heated with the craft oven. This right here is where you're going to house your tumbler, your mug, your anything that is round in here, all right? If it doesn't fit in here, it will not, you can't use it. It looks to me as if you're only gonna be able to get one tumbler in at a time. Maybe you can get two if you do side to side like this. That may be possible, all right? But I am only going to do one tumbler for today. So the settings that I have for metal and my sublimation toner that I have is only for a press. And I know historically an oven is completely different than a press. So I am going to be using the xTool settings that they suggest for metal sublimation. So over at the software, I'm gonna turn my machine back on because it automatically notices that I'm on the baking and curing one. So I'm gonna toggle over to baking and curing, and actually they don't give me any settings automatically. Unlike the DTF one, I didn't have any automatic settings. So I'm gonna have to think about this for a second. Hold on. Well, a quick Google search tells me that it is going to be 380 degrees. So we'll do that. And then the time needs to be 5 to 6 minutes. This is only in seconds. So 5 times 60, at least 300. We'll do 350 seconds. All right, we are going to toss this into my oven. We need to put this on. This is the collar. It has to go on your oven so it'll seal it. Then we are going to put it in. There it goes. Okay, this is gonna go for 350 seconds. All right, let's see how this turned out. This could be good, this could be bad, we don't know. All right, we're gonna pull this out. Move this all out of the way. Okay, I think I'm gonna give it some more time because I just don't think that this is bright enough. Yeah, let's put it, I'm gonna put it back in. I don't wanna peel this off all the way because then it'll be a ruined tumbler. But I do want to see, we're gonna bake it for a little while longer. Unfortunately, I was given no settings for the sublimation tumbler in a craft oven. So that's unfortunate. All right, let's see what happens now. Open this up. All right, I feel like we got a better transfer. Okay, so for the most part, I got a pretty decent print, right? Or press. The only thing is I have a little bit of ghosting right here. I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure why, because everything else turned out good. Oh, you know what? This was probably laying on the mat. Because it was laying on the mat, it didn't get fully cured. What I should have done is rolled this over to cure. That's probably what it is, because everything else looks so good. Okay, so the settings that I used for that is going to be 380 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degree, or I'm sorry, 380 degrees Fahrenheit and 450 seconds. And I got, this looks a lot better than the first time when I first peeled it the first time. I was like, oh, this is not going to be cute. But that turned out fairly decent. Let's try this again. Another tumbler. We are gonna stick it in here. We are gonna close this. I'm gonna do it once, let it go through its whole cycle. Then I'm gonna turn it around again to get the other side, because that's the side that's sitting on the mat. And let's see how that turns out. All right, let's see what this did. Did it do a lot better than the first time? I don't know. Hopefully it did though. Oh yeah. Okay, I figured it out. That's exactly what it is. You just have to turn it around and bake it. I have to say though, my print was too small because we do have it cut off here, but there is no ghosting anywhere around here. I like that. This is looking good. Oh my goodness. So we are between this one and this one. This one had the ghosting on the back. This one has no ghosting. Woo! One thing that I would like to note, because it's just something that I've noticed, that was my biggest complaint with the previous craft oven that I did have, is that while the air that's blowing out of the back of this, there is air blowing out the back, it is not hot. So I had a crafting oven before. You can watch other videos on that one. And I mentioned in there that my craft room was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And it just was like, after, you know, if you're gonna be doing this in the summertime, the last thing you wanna do is be heating up your craft space, right? Because we're using the air conditioner. And that was my biggest complaint with that craft oven. This one, while it's been on, and it's on 380 degrees, and I have been doing all of these crafts for now well over 2 hours. My craft room does not feel any warmer than the rest of my house. So that's nice to know. And just to show you what the tray functions like, I actually have some shrinky dinks. I just drew my own shrinky dinks, and I'm gonna show you how that works. So we're gonna put this in here. Oop, let's take this collar off first. We're gonna put this tray in. We're gonna set this in here. Put this in here. Now, shrinky dink paper is going to be set to 210 degrees Celsius for 120 seconds. All right, now that that's done heating up, we're just gonna put this in. It's gonna automatically close. 120 seconds for this one. All right, now that that's done, pull out the drawer. Oh. This one fell through the cracks, and it does not look good. This one, however, turned out real cute. I wonder if we just like flatten them out. This one you would have to flatten out. Well, look at that. Oh, that's cute. Yep, I probably should have flattened these out real quick. This one did not turn out good because it fell through the cracks like this. It was weird. I don't know. But shrinky dinks turn out cute. Love it. All right, we turn this off because we are going to do the vacuum sealing. And this is going to be the hardest part of this entire video. I know it. Only reason why I know that is because every other person that also got this machine, that's what they say, is that it's the hardest thing. So I am going to go with that in mind, and either I'm going to be pleasantly surprised that the thing is easy to use or not. We shall see. Okay. So I turned this off. We are going to lift this up. And I'm gonna go and set this on my heat press over here. Okay, now I'm gonna put this on there. It just clicks right on. Perfect. Look at that. All right, so the directions state to peel off the protective layer off both of these things. Okay, we're gonna secure it to the base. Okay, then we're gonna lock, okay, got it like that. Then we're going to lock this into place. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, then it's tight. So pull up the sheet with both hands, boom. Okay, so now there's like a gap in between here. All right. Then I'm going to use this thing. This is what they gave me these. So they gave me a teddy bear, a phone stand, and these things. Apparently these are like your tester materials with this. So I am going to use this one. I'm going to put that in here. Okay. Then it says, we're just going to slide it. For whatever reason, the directions say that I have to put it in like this, but when I put it in here, this thing wants to come down, and it's only that right, see how that right side automatically falls? But see, the left side stays up. Okay. I just didn't have it installed correctly. So that was a me issue, again, learning. Now that I have it installed correctly, everything is fine. It's obviously going to work now because I don't have to keep my hands up. I definitely I did not have it installed correctly. I did also have to put the black sheet. There's like a black metal sheet, so a black metal sheet. I have this, this seems to work. So I got it installed correctly. So then what I'm gonna do is use my phone. We're gonna come over to the vacuum forming. I'm gonna do 1 millimeter EVA. Nope, it's 1 PETG. 1 millimeter PETG. All right, we are going to insert this into the thing. I think what it has to do is it has to start heating the plastic up before it clamps down. So I got it heated up. Now it's gonna heat up the plastic. And then once it gets to temp, I think what it's gonna do is close down and then make the mold. I'm not entirely sure. Now that it's done heating up, I got the little buzzer. I'm gonna set this down. Nothing happened. Okay, so it says it's ready. I mean, I can put my finger and it's, you know, moving around. So we're gonna set this down. See, but the thing is though, is nothing's vacuuming. Nothing is vacuuming. Okay, so, all right, let's try it again. Nope. Yep, I got nothing. Let's do it. Yes. All right. I freaking figured it out. I don't really know what to do with this, so I'm gonna set it back here. And there is my form. Woo. Hold on, let me show you with the thing. I got a form. Look at that. I mean, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, if this is hard or easy, it is not easy for sure. We're gonna try it again to see if I can actually duplicate this again, but I got a form, I got a mold. What am I gonna use with this mold? I don't know, but it works. Whew, yes. All right, so I'm gonna let's use the teddy bear this time. Let's just do it. So I'm gonna put this teddy bear in here, and then I'm gonna use the thicker stuff now. We gotta put this piece of plastic down first. and then this. All right. This side, we're gonna push it down. This side, we're gonna push it down. I'm saying all of this as if I'm a professional, and I'm definitely not. Okay, I just did it once, but I think I figured out what the issue is, okay? So we're gonna put this in, and this is gonna get to temp. It has to go to temp before it beeps. When you push it down, it starts to suction, but what you have to do is you have to like push it down in a way that it's like it will suction. For whatever reason, do you see this a little bit of movement and give right here? Okay, that's gonna be the issue. All right, so there is gonna be some user error with this, or you know, you're gonna have to test around with that. So let's go back into the lower angle, just so maybe you can see me press it. Oh, I'm so impressed with myself. Oh my gosh, I got it to work. All right, now that it's done. Oh. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. Hold on. It cracked. Yeah. Okay. This cracked. But I got a mold. Look at that. I mean, it's not a great mold, but it's there. Okay. I don't think it can do that big a thick one with this hard plastic. But I'm gonna put this in here. Lift this up. I'm gonna do my magnet that I wanted to replicate for the Eufy, okay? We'll put that. All right. Oh, up. This is gonna heat up. Come on! All right. Gosh, it broke again. Boom, I got it. So there's my mold. I'm gonna be able to pour concrete into that and have more of these that I've been wanting to find for my Eufy. I'm gonna call it quits today. I am done with this unboxing, only because I don't wanna continue down this road because I'm not frustrated, which it was going a little bad there at the end with the vacuum forming. The vacuum forming definitely is going to take some practice, because you're gonna have to perfectly set that down just right to get the vacuum to seal. Have you ever had a food saver before? Sometimes, I have a food saver. And sometimes if you don't have that bag in there just perfectly, the vacuum, when you go to vacuum it, it doesn't seal. And you have to have it like just in there perfectly for it to actually work. Kind of the same thing about this. All right, everything else has been amazing. It pressed my t-shirt just fine. It did my sublimation prints just fine. With a little bit of knowledge on how to do a 3D thing like this, it did just fine. The vacuum sealing, which is I feel like the factor here that would be like a yes or no, like whether or not, because you know, like you want to be able to make your own jigs. I feel like being able to vacuum seal is like the thing that is the selling point with this machine, on top of being able to like combine two machines in one. A heat press, a crafting oven, and then the third one would be the vacuum. But let's just say if you did have a heat press and an oven, you could now just get rid of both and have this one. I'm still up in the air about the vacuum. I did get one done, but I actually got two done. one that I've been wanting to do, but like, you know, these ones did not turn out. And so there is going to be some practice to this. What I can tell you, which is pretty cool, is that whatever this film is, apparently xTool is going to try and make sure that this is like food grade safe or whatever. So if you are a baker or pastry artist or something like that, and you've been wanting to make your own chocolate molds and baking molds and stuff, apparently this stuff, not this particular stuff that I'm holding up right now, but eventually the stuff that they're gonna sell is going to be food grade safe. So that's really cool. Outside of that, I am satisfied with how today went, which actually doesn't really give you a whole lot of like, what do? Do you buy this? Do you not buy this? I would say that the heat press and the craft oven is definitely a buy, because you could, if you have both, you could just now only have one machine. It didn't heat up my craft room, which is great, because my other crafting oven that I had was blowing hot air, and it was just, I didn't like it. It was not great. The downfall though is that this will probably only hold like one tumbler at a time, versus my crafting oven held multiple tumblers at a time. So there's that. You also can't do huge tumblers in this one, because there is, you know, there's a limited amount of space that you have here. So there's going to be some drawbacks to that. Oh yeah, my shrinky dinks turned out, they turned out all right. I'm not a shrinky dink artist. I probably could have tried a little bit harder, but I mean, it definitely baked my shrinky dinks down. So like, that's a win. The writing one did not. I like how you can just roll this up, but it's still there. I made my own form today. A little bit of frustration, but at the end of the day, I got what I've been looking for. I'm to be able to pour concrete into this rectangle and create my own magnets for my UV printer, which is exactly what I've been looking for, since you can't seem to find those magnets anywhere. So watch out, world. I'm gonna create my own magnets. All right, so at the end of the day, is this a buy? Is this not? I guess the answer is gonna be determined by you. I like the heat press. I like the crafting oven for what it is. The vacuum seal, I am still kind of torn up about. Like, it's like up in the air, because, you know, like that was a little frustrating, and really all I got was a rectangle. I'm not also entirely sure what else I would use the form for. It did say that you could create your own like shaker cards and stuff like that, but like, I don't even know how to, like, how do I make the form? Because I need the circle to make, I don't know. Anyway, so like that portion, I'm still just kind of unsure about the whole vacuum thing and the making my own mold thing, because I've never had or wanted to make my own molds, you know? So I'm still unsure about that one. So hopefully this was a little video of learning for you, and you were able to make more of a decision based on what you've seen today, is whether or not you should buy or pass on this one. But I have to tell you that there is something else in my craft room that you have not seen yet that xTool is coming out with, and I'm so excited to share that with you, because this one I think is definitely going to be a buy. No, it's not another Wonderpress or heat press, so keep your eye out for more information for that to come, and I can't wait to share that with you. All right, y'all, I sure hope that I inspired you to create, and I'll see you next time.